I hope the mic's working. Welcome to another AriesPointProject video. My name is Aaron. And today I'm just going to play something on my new guitar. So, let's see. Do you realize some call me paranoid, but I just read the signs. Have you ever stopped to think life is more than you see? Or are you one with a high IQ and there's delusions, this illusion of elusive streams? Well, maybe I'll talk a little bit. I don't sing much, so forgive the sounds. These are weird, powerful times. Gotta take the glasses off for that. You know, we're here for reasons beyond apprehension. So it's very easy to say we're here for no reason. I want to talk about air, quality of air, element. And if you're into Hermeticism or alchemy or astrology or the tarot, any of that kind of stuff, then you're familiar with the quality of air being of mind, idea, thought. You know, sometimes it just comes to you, and when it comes to you, it feeds the fire. For the longest time, I thought it was really dumb. I could barely understand what they were teaching me at school. I couldn't really understand what people were telling me. I couldn't communicate how I felt, what I thought. People didn't understand. And so I was very content with doing my own thing. Then when I got married, had kids, you know, I thought I had better learn something. I started learning before having kids, but so I studied computers and reading and all that, and I realized I'm not really dumb. Just didn't have the motivation, the necessity. And then there was a time when I learned a lot of different things and I thought I was smart. People would tell me that I seemed like a genius and all this other stuff. And so I thought I was smart. But then, you know, you start to realize intelligence is it's really just obsession. It's just mind loops, usually people that are quote unquote intelligent or highly cognitive, they're driven by feelings that they cannot understand, express, feelings that are so deep that it creates this rev up of the mind thinking. And I feel this is where a lot of people become nihilistic. What is that saying? Life due to circumstance. My brother wrote that on his wall when I was a kid, and I didn't understand what the hell it meant. I still think it's a little bit elementary, because your thinking capacity isn't limited to the brain, until you incorporate your feeling sensations, the emotional aspect of who you are. You're cut off from wisdom, from the truth, from growing. And I think in this day and age, a lot of people speak of the world being a simulation. Like they're an I/O, they're a split stream process on some program algorithm, and nothing really matters because it's all ephemeral. So there's a lot of spiritual concepts mixed into that through a cold, hard packaging. And I feel that when you're trapped thinking, the world, everything does feel like that to an extent, because you feel you have no power to change your own mind, your own way of perceiving the world. So things seem fatalistic, and when things seem fatalistic, there doesn't seem to be a purpose. But I feel that processes are fatalistic, When you begin a process and you're going to the end, it is fatalistic from A to B. So processes are fatalistic. But outcomes are destined. The only dynamic in that arrangement is the when and where, maybe the how. And when I say only, that's really not doing it justice. Even communicating these ideas and thoughts and feelings is limited. For me, in these times when the world's pulling you out of yourself, which isn't hard to do because no one wants to be in themselves to begin with, it's almost as if an illusion is collecting the delusion of the mass subconscious to form a new dream. And when you study Taoism, you come across the concept of Wu Wei, and this concept is not just in Taoism, it's everywhere. But you know how, like, when you can't find your hammer or your pencil or your phone or whatever, you're searching and searching, you can't find it anywhere, and the moment you don't need it or it slips your mind, then you find it. Or if you were so driven to the outcome of something, you do all this preparatory work, maybe you are hiking or something, you're going on a big hiking trip and you're just getting in shape, cleaning up your diet. You achieve all these other mini outcomes, becoming more healthy. Maybe your heartburn goes away, maybe you fit into your jeans better, maybe you get compliments. These are all derivatives of the Wu Wei principle. If you have a lot of Gemini energy, it seems very logical to you, common sense, because you're multitasking all the time. And that's not just a Gemini trait, but it's kind of a affliction almost. But in reality, life is really magical. You achieve a lot of things when you're focused on a goal. And it requires a lot of steps to get there. So in these times, worlds within waiting to be born. Creators, consumers. What can you create when you're consuming? Just a replication. How can you create your world, your universe, when you're mired in the world around you? If there is any truth to the spiritual pursuits in life, then you truly must release and co-create in union with this existence, and let it bring to you what replication cannot. Because even though, we play music and we draw pictures, write books, whatever, 90% of that, maybe a little less, is just a conscious stream or an unconscious stream. It's just coming to you and you're putting it out there. And you're flavoring it with your experience, your aspects. And maybe it's 90% you're going, ego mode, 10% you're streaming stuff. But I find for me it's probably the opposite. And we're all doing this every day of our lives. We don't have to be making music or anything. So much of what we do is autonomous. So I would put my power in the creation, the Great Spirit, over than the man-made creations we have here. Question your ideals, your values, your virtues. Get off your knees, don't lay those golden bricks. Go back into nature. At least that's what it's telling me, and I'm just relaying it. So, well, thanks for watching.